Hi everyone, I'm Mike Mixon from Keyboardamerica.com in Lewis Beach, Delaware, and we're on to song number 2, You Are the Sunshine of My Life. Now, this is a great Stevie Wonder tune, and Stevie Wonder plays Yamaha, so it's a great tune for us to do. So the first thing we're going to do is take a look at the music that you have if you've ordered the book. And of course the book is this one right here. It's on the website, 100 Years of Songs. And it's a great book. We're going to be using that quite a bit. And one of the things you're going to want to do is open your book up, and we're going to make some chord changes, because in easy play music they don't always give you the right chords. So let's get started with that first. Okay, so on the first line everything remains the same. On the second line down, if you've noticed, I've added a G7 right here, G7th chord. Now on the next line here, I've added a C. This is on the third line down, and all the rest remains the same. And you can always hit your pause button here while you're doing this. And the last line that we have, we've added a G7 right here as well, and all the other chords remain the same. Now on page 2, on the first line, we've added this C right here, and we've added a G7th right here. Make sure you put it over top of the right note. On the next line down, we've eliminated a chord here and put a C chord here. So that G7 that was here, just get rid of it, and the rest of the line is going to remain the same. On the third line down, we just have an A and an A minor here. So we're eliminating the E7 that was right in this section here. And on the last two lines, they remain the same. So once you've made these changes, we'll be ready to move on and start playing our song and setting up our keyboard for the song. Okay, so from here, let's set the keyboard up to get started. The first thing you're going to want to do, if you're not using your one-touch setting over on the right side of the keyboard to turn on all your stuff here, just turn your accompaniment on and choose your sync start right here. You are ready to go, and we're going to actually add this into the music finder before we even get started. I'm going to go to Latin right here, and in the Latin I'm going to go to page 2 and choose the Bossa Nova, and I'm going to want to be on variation A. And I'm also going to put the second intro on. Now during this song, I'm going to use 3 of the variations, maybe 4. I can use all A, B, C, and D because I already did a little bit of homework and they all sound great with this song. The first variation is important because it's really got a really nice setting for the beginning of this song. So right now, if you want to save this into Music Finder, let's do it. Alright, to save it into Music Finder, we go to Add to MF, and that's the bottom row button here. And there is 2 rows of buttons, upper and lower. Sometimes there's 2 things on the screen and 2 lines. Up here it says Bossa Nova. I'm going to press that button, and a typewriter is going to come up at the bottom of the screen. Now you're going to want to delete Bossa Nova. And don't worry, it's not deleting it permanently or from your rhythm style. It's just for the purpose of naming the song into Music Finder. Alright, so let's choose, here's your case, which is this button. We're going to use Y, and I'm on the wrong one, so I have to hit delete, and Y was the bottom one, Y. Now it'll cursor over. We want to lower the case, and O, U. Here's an important part. Right here in the number one, if you want a space in between, just push it and wait a second, and it goes right over. Next one is going to be R, A, P, Q, R, D-E, and for the sake of time I'm going to pause for a minute and type the rest of it in. So now that I have it typed in, "You are the sunshine of my life," I'm going to hit OK, which is this top button. And you see OK in the window. See, there's 2 rows here, so there's 2 rows here too. That's how that works. We'll put OK. It puts the title of the song right up in here where it says music. We're going to hit OK again. And we're now executing. And we're done. So right now, if I scroll all the way up, or I could move over to my favorites, there's "You Are the Sunshine of My Life" right there. So that's pretty good. So let's get started on the song. Okay, so I'm going to make sure my OTS link is off because I'm actually going to use my piano and my saxophone, my own sounds that I have saved in here. Intro 2, Variation 1, and listen to the subtlety. Watch when I make changes here in my variations, because that's going to be important. And the ending, here we go. Okay, so you have an idea of what we're doing here and when to change your variations and the chord changes. Sounded pretty good, didn't it? For easy play music, sometimes you just got to put some chords in and take some out, and we do that for you every week. And all you have to do is buy the book. And now we're going to get a little close-up of the chord changes, because that's going to be the key to sounding great. Okay, you've heard me talk about not having stiff hands. You just want your fingers in place. That's going to come in very important here when we look at these chord changes on the first page. First chord is a C. Notice that chord change, C. Leave these 2 fingers down. Move your whole finger down now, your whole hand. Just 1 step. 1 step more down. 1 step more down. G7, leave your little finger down. Move the others. So you can see that chord progression. C, F, E minor 7, E flat minor 7, D minor 7. Same chord progression. Add a few notes in there if you want. Write down again. Look at that back and forth. Here's C, G7, C, G7. A good way to practice this is to look at your hand play G and then, or C and then G7. Keep going, keep looking, and look up and keep going. Yes, look up and keep going. When you can look up and keep going and hit the right notes, you're doing good. And we get to this other part. And there's your E. Or you can add the 7th if you want. Never harmful to add a 7th. To A. A minor, drop one note. Right to your D. So you can really see the chord progressions there, and you know how good it's going to sound when you put the right rhythm style on and use the right variations, intros, and endings. And usually if I use intro 2, I use ending 2. That's a good tip for the day. So there we are. What we've done is created a great rhythm style for You Are the Sunshine of My Life. You can see how playing the chords by keeping your hands in place and not firm is going to really help you. And we also added it to our music finder because the one problem with the Tyros is there's so many rhythm styles and backgrounds on it. It's hard to find that rhythm style and background again. Now that's a good thing because you're not going to ever get tired of your Tyros 5 because you can also alter the rhythm styles and backgrounds, and that completely changes the complexion of any style or background. So we've got everything set now. You're ready to go. So just practice, do a good job. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions or want to make a comment, do so. We very much appreciate it. And this is Mike Mixon from Keyboardamerica.com, Lewis Beach, Delaware, saying keep playing. Have a great day.